today we're just going to record whatever I'm doing on the table today. So what we have here, so apologize, you could probably have some background noise. I'm in the middle of 3D printing up some Space Elf tanks. As you can see, we've got a fire prism, general hull. I can swap out the turret. Actually, I have a couple of night spinner turrets on the 3D printer right now, so you can probably hear the exhaust fan in the background. But all the hulls are done right now. Also been working on some wave serpents. Got a couple of those set up with Bright Lance turrets. I'm going to get these out of the way. What I'm working on today, though, is going to be some Storm Guardians. These came off the printer last night, so I got to get these on to some basic bases. Look at all these guys. So currently, I printed up 6 hulls with turrets, 2 wave serpents, 4 fire prism / night spinner or falcon turrets and hulls. So what I do have are these guys. I've got some Storm Guardians. Better pulling these. These came off the printer last night. So I want to get these onto a base. I actually have a game coming up this evening. Hopefully I can get a game in. So I was hoping to get another unit of Storm Guardians printed and some Shadow Specters, but I just ran out of time. So in the last week, I've probably printed around 70 hours worth of tanks, turrets, weapons. So went through quite a bit. Well, first step, I'm going to have to get some, I got to get some bases. I got some 25mm bases laying around here. Now, dig these out of the pit. So I'm going to need 10 bases. What do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now in order to keep them balanced, I actually glue these 20mm fender washers inside that inset. And then I have containers with magnets in them that keep these guys in place. Whether I get all of it done, I don't know. But first thing, I just got to glue these washers in. Then we're going to clean up the models and get them in. Now these were printed, this is Sunlu ABS Like dark gray. Actually pretty happy. I don't know if we'll have to see it, but one thing I noticed with this Sunlu resin, it is soft enough that you can actually cut it with a knife. These wave serpents, these 2 fins in the back are actually a separate print. These printed with the vehicle, these 2 are separate. So I had to do a little bit of shaving in order to get them to fit correctly. And I'm able to actually cut this resin just with a knife, which is something I've never had with any other resin. You usually had to sand it or grind it down. But with this, I can actually cut it with a knife. If I cut it with the cutters, you get a nice clean cuts rather than it breaking at that point. What you usually see even with Elegoo ABS Like. The downside was because it's soft, I think when the supports come off, it tends to dig out and leave more of a kind of a divot in there. So here we got a flamethrower. I can see I got a little tiny support right there. It needs to get taken off. God, I hate the little tassels on top of their heads, but oh well. Just complicates painting them. These guys have huge cod pieces. So, all right, so step one, we're going to take these guys. I'm just using Gorilla Glue, and we're just going to glue in washers into all of these bases, so keeps them just a little bit of, and boop, done. Why anyone's watching this, I don't know. I sent a picture of my tanks to a friend of mine, and he's like, wait, you're playing 40K again? I said, yeah, at least for a couple months until GW decides to change everything. Because I know at the end of the month, we go to, you're going to have to pay to get the app, which, you know, it just doesn't make sense. I don't know why you need to, especially since you're going to have to get a Warhammer Plus subscription in order to use it. I have no desire to have a Warhammer Plus. You know, I don't know if anyone who's talking about how well Warhammer Plus works. So, oh, that one came out. Not exactly something I'm looking forward to, but realistically, it sounds like it's about $60 a year for that subscription. If you pay it, do it as a yearly rate. You know what? Just to keep up with it, I'll probably end up just biting the bullet. Depends, and we'll take a look at year 2. We'll see if I'm still playing 40K at all. I suspect with 40K right now, we're all, you know, with the indexes out there, I think that's a great thing. With the indexes out there for free, I can get back into the game with minimal investment. Also, I really like the idea that I can actually look up my opponent's indexes for free and say, oh, okay, I kind of get an idea what to expect. You know, honestly, I'm not buying 30 freaking indexes just so I can avoid gotchas. Wow. Well, this probably is not overly exciting. We're not going to be doing any painting today. This afternoon, probably off camera. If I get time, I'm probably going to do a prime on these guys. But there we go. Now, I use this Gorilla Glue for if I have to squeeze out large amounts. For more precision work, I generally, let's see if there's any in here. I use the control gel. Now, obviously, this stuff's a lot more expensive. These bottles are about the same price, and there's way more in this bottle than this one. But I really like the fact that I have a lot more control. This bottle's kind of old. We'll see if it's actually, oh, it is. It's flowing. So, I wonder if I'm actually streaming. Let me go look. Streaming out of OBS right now, so it says I'm live. Oh, and the chat's working, so I wonder how much delay there is. Go back in OBS. Curious, I don't know how well this streams. I don't know if it's... So there's no volume, and no one's heard anything I've had to say. So hopefully you got some music to listen to. Sorry about that. I just realized my mic was turned off. I definitely should have caught that. So anyway, some other projects I'm probably working on shortly is this. This is my first airbrush, the Posh Talon. At some point I'm going to take this thing apart. Might just do a separate stream on that. This is my first palette. I don't know, probably had this like, probably close to 10 years now. Haven't used it so much in the last few years because I switched over to a Badger Patriot 105. I find it a little easier to clean. This one, usually about every year I've got to replace the nozzle and the needle. So, and the last time it kind of went, I just clean it up, throw it through ultrasonic. Still wasn't spraying well. Set it aside. Decided what I'm going to do is do a full rebuild. So I got all the internal parts set in there, and this is the big key why I wanted to get this one working again. This is a fan head. So rather than a circular spray pattern, this is going to give me a wide, narrow spray pattern. I think that's going to give me a little bit easier, more consistent results when I'm airbrushing terrain or large vehicles. So, I've got the huge volume of this cup. I put a lot of primer in there, spray. I think I just want to get her up and running again. Let's see, this is the quick disconnect. I already took that off. Needle's already out of it, but anyway, that'll be probably another video. Let's see, some other things I'm working on. Should be this afternoon. Doomed from Osprey Games should be showing up. I got to do a quick read through on that, and then hopefully we'll go through and I want to do a quick first look at it. I think on Tabletop had an interview with the author, came out yesterday. So some interesting stuff. I think might be an interesting game to try out. So until next time, I think we've been streaming for about a half hour. I don't have too much to work on right now with these guys, but if I get another project started, I might just do another stream here quick. Anyway, if anyone's watched this, I appreciate it, and I'll talk to you later.